Okay, welcome to Perry's bucking video. Perry's bucking video. This is the deal. This is what I've been working on. I've got a requirement for a community that requires this deep set windows, the deep set windows, the bucking windows. That's what essentially they are. So if you look at this plan over here, you can see that there's a little bit of a return of wood. You know, I got a 2x8 wall. It's a 2x8 wall, right? And then it frames into a 2x4 wall. And essentially what it is, and if I, hold on. So what they do there is, they essentially frame a 2x8 wall. And then right on the inside, what they do is they frame out the window opening a little oversized so they can put a 2x4 wall, a 2x4 stud right there. And so actually what you're looking at is, I think you should be seeing what's happening here is, stop. Sorry, I had to fix a few things. So I'm trying to make this easy for everybody to understand. So you understand there's an 8-inch wall right here. This is an 2x8 wall. I got green stucco. I got green drywall. The drywall is green. The plywood sheathing is blue, and the stucco is pink. Okay. So what are you looking? And then I built this wall here. Now this is the key. This is a very, very important wall to understand. Okay. I'm going to tell you whatever the case is, the total thickness of this wall, the total thickness of this wall defined should be, look at this, total thickness, 9 1/4 inches. It's got to be the same. Got to be the same, okay? Got to be the same. Now, by the way, listen to this. Listen to this. Build platform to exterior of layer, the studs. It's going to the studs. Remember this, which makes sense, right? You want to build your platform. You want to build whether it's a concrete slab or a wood floor frame system, to the studs, right? And then you put the plywood on the outside and the stucco or whatever. It makes sense, okay? You got that. Now let's talk about, and I call this Perry's bucked wall. Perry's bucked wall. This is Perry's bucked wall. I'm going to tell you this wall has to be the same thickness as this wall. I told you this wall right here was 9 1/4. I believe thick, 9 1/4 inches thick. This wall right here is 9 1/4 inches thick. Notice that I have drywall, 1/2-inch drywall on this wall, which matches the Perry's bucked wall. Drywall, 1/2 inch, matches the other one. Perfect. Perry's 3 1/2 inches of stud. Well, anyway, then I'm going to a 2x4 stud. You understand that. And then just because I wanted to, I put a 1/2 inch of plywood, because the other one has plywood, and you can see it's blue. It's blue. Look, it's blue. Here's the key. Oh, in fact, I have not even fixed this yet. This is where I was having problems. This 4 3/4 inches. I was adding 4 3/4 inches of thickness of stucco. 4 3/4 inches of stucco. I'm trying to explain how this whole thing works. You get anyway. So I just explained to you that this is made up of a 2x8 wall, and then it's a 2x4 wall for the bucking system. And what I want to do in plan view, I want to see this little bit of a wood wall return, which is, and technically they put a 2x4 wall, and it's in this the rough opening is a little bit bigger, right? And you have the stucco return and whatever. But look, do you understand that this red right here is really the casing? But I really want that to be the stucco, because and I'll show you how. And what is that? That is actually that line right there, which is the casing, the exterior casing, which is framed, and the exterior casing has gone to the sheathing layer. Watch this. You do it yourself, figure it out. But this is really the look I want to go, and this is really the look that I'm looking for right there. See that? It's got a stucco face, the stucco return, another 2 inches of stucco, or 1 inch, or whatever they work it out to of stucco return. That's the bucking system right there. This 1 inch of stucco going back. I appreciate everybody been working on this stuff, and they've been using moldings and casings and all that other kind of crap. But I think this is the solution. Not the best solution, but it's the best solution for me. Not perfect, but the best solution for me. So I'm going to keep this, and this is, that red is really the casing, which I can make it stucco, and so it's got the bucking system. So I'm just explaining it to you there. Now I want to show you something here. I think I want to show you something. F6, where is it? Look at this. Look at this right here. And I experienced this not only on my big plan that I'm working on, but also on this plan, which is just kind of an out of the box plan. Notice how this floor is missing. Now, why is that? Why is that missing? And what happens is it only misses if I have a window up above and windows below on a plane. But here I don't have the problem. Here I don't have the problem. But I bet if I put a window below here, I bet I would have a problem. I bet it'd do this kind of funny stuff. And the question is why? The question is why? It's because I made a mistake. And I'm talking to Glenn Woodward. He quickly pointed out the problem, and that is something you're missing. The floor system in here is missing, and I can't explain why it's missing in that spot and not all the way across or something, but it's missing. And so what is the solution to this? Watch this. This is the solution to it. This is very important. PI, select that wall. There it is, UU. This is the mistake I made. This is the mistake I made. Look at this. I've got, where is my floor framing to? My floor, and I touched on this briefly a second ago, my floor is framing to the plywood, which makes sense, correct? But this is a very special case in a very select wall. So what I should do, insert above, I should add another layer up above here of stucco. I should change this stucco thickness to 1.25. What's going to happen is I'm going to have stucco here and stucco here, stucco here and stucco here. And my stucco plus my plywood on my typical walls is 1.25 inches. 3/4 inch of stucco and a 1/2 inch of plywood. That's the way I work it out. I know it's not perfect, but it's pretty darn close. And then now this changes to 3.5 inches, 3.5 inches. Am I done yet? So you notice I've added 2 layers of stucco. That's what I've done. But why did I add two layers of stucco? That is so I can add my floor platform to the outside edge of this first stucco layer. Hold on a second. Sorry, guys. So I added two stuccos. And why did I do that? It is so I can build the platform to the exterior layer of stucco 1, which is the exterior layer 2. You figure it out. I'm just telling you. So, see, that's where I'm going to build it to. Now watch, everything is going to be fixed. That was the mistake I made. I fixed it. Well, I didn't fix it. Glenn did. Pretty friggin' good, isn't it? That's pretty friggin' good. So you don't notice that mistake until you start having a 2-story or 3-story or something else house. And I noticed it on something, but that's the key. And so for those of you who wonder why I didn't like the other solutions, it's because of right here. This is what I want to see. I want to see this little bit of a return. This is sort of required for the association that's going to either allow or not allow these houses to be built. And they need a kind of a return. So here's the question now. So, okay, I think I have the buck wall system that the association is going to require. And so and how do I build this thing? This is how I'm going to build this thing. I'm on the 2nd floor, and I've already put all my windows in. Okay, I've already put all my windows in. Control C, Control V. And now what I want to do is I want to do the buck system. The buck system. HR. Sorry, nitwit. HR. Yeah, see, this is not, you see this window here is not bucked. I haven't put the bucking on that one yet. This has the bucking. See how it's recessed? This one doesn't have the bucking, so I'm going to add the bucking. And how do I add the bucking? Well, this window right here has to be in a 2x4 wall. So this is what I do. I come over here and I take this, Control C, and this is just a Control C. It's just like a template. It's I have a 3-foot window, okay, 36 inches. And I know, or I've decided, that I'm going to add 3 inches to each side of this window. Why? It just works for me, okay? Why? Because I want a 2-inch return and then 1 inch of stucco and blah, blah, blah. You figure it out. 36 and 42, okay? So 1.9 to center. I'm going to center on that window, okay? Now, once I have that center, now I know where I want to put the bucked wall. Perry's bucked wall. That's the 2x8 wall. You understand that right in this area here, that's where I want to put a 2x4 wall. So I select this wall here, BH to break the wall, BH to break the wall. I can now PI to select this wall, UU, and I want to select it, and I'm going to change it to Buck Perry. And it offsets like this, so all I have to do is move it back a little bit like this. I just did it. There it is. There's your bucked wall. And I get the fact that if I have to move this window over, I have to start this whole thing over again. So let's do that. How do I do that? How do I do that? This is what I would do. Oh, the client comes in and says, move that wall over 12 inches to the left. I say, okay, fine. Control X, I copy it. I take this wall right here, move it across like that, okay? 0.6 to paste the window back in place, move it over 12 inches like he told me to, tab -12. Now take this guideline, 1.9 to center, and by the way, these are construction lines. If the chief would give me construction lines, I'd be happy, you know what. Okay, so here, BH to break. Sorry, BH to break. And so now I moved it over 4 inches. Now UU, and I got to change this to Perry's bucked wall, Buck Perry. I got to reline it up like this, and all's good. I just moved it over 12 inches. It took me, I don't know, what, 10 seconds, 5 seconds? I don't know. If I was hand drawing it, what would happen? I ain't gonna even go there. So it's not bad. So that's really cool. And so I want to thank Perry first of all for the idea. And then thank Glenn Woodward for Control-C, Control-V for finding out the mistake that Perry didn't tell me about, which is relocating that floor platform edge. 0.0 copy and place, 1.9 to center. I want to put a bucked wall system right there. I come over here to this right here. BH to break the wall. Did I break it in the right place? I don't know. BH to break the wall right here. Perfect, I think. Over here, select this. Oh, I didn't break it in the right place. Screw it. It's good enough for me. UU and go to Perry's bucked wall system. Now I have to move it back just a little bit so it aligns. We all know that. Bam. There. And oh, this is so cool. Yeah, see that stud? See that thing? That's what happens when you don't break that wall in the right location. So how do you fix that really quick? Because what's controlling that? What is controlling that? That's because see this right here? That's the casing. My casing is 2 inches. My casing is 2 inches. Watch this. UU casing exterior 2 inches. Because I want a 2-inch return. It might be 1 inch, 1.25 inch. I'm going 2 inches, okay? But you know that I broke the wall in the wrong place, didn't I? Look at this. Is it right where that line should be? No. On this side, it's right where it should be. No, not quite, but almost. Anyway, so I got a little sloppy. Tab. So I pull this wall over like this, and I think it's going to work. Perfect. Now I can pull this wall back like this, and you're going to see how it's fixed over here. See how it's fixed over here. But look at how much. Look. See that pink area? See this big pink area? That's the stucco. That's the stucco. So all I need to do is just pull this back to snap to there. Good to go. It's fixed, and it's fixed in plan view. And you know, actually, if I was smart, which no one's ever accused me of being smart, but if I was smart, I would take this Perry's bucked wall, UU, and I would redefine Perry's bucked wall, and I would say, what would I say? What would I say on Perry's bucked wall? Oh, cancel. If I was smart, I would come over here and select this window, UU, and I would say the sash is, the casing is, the framing is, I can never find this stupid thing. Options. Yeah, I went to the sheathing layer. That's where I think I want to go, sheathing layer. I want to go to the sheathing layer. Okay. Okay, so this is what I would do then. I would take Perry's bucked wall, UU, define, and instead of using OSB right here for Perry, I think I would make that stucco. How do I make it stucco? I forgot. Help me out, guys. Material. Stucco 1. Plan. Stucco 1. STUCC stucco 1. Bump, bump. So I just made that stucco 1. Okay? Do you understand what I did? I just made this blue layer right here, stucco 1. Instead of plywood, I made a stucco 1, which is probably what they would do. They probably wouldn't put plywood in there, right? And so now if I select this window and I UU and I take the casing off, suppose I take the exterior casing off, because I've been using the exterior casing as the stucco finish. I don't want to use the exterior casing. Now watch what happens. Oh, I have to have the casing to push the stucco back. I have to have the casing. Think about it, guys. I have to have the casing to push it back. Now watch this. If I take this exterior casing, and I change it to 1 inch, watch what happens on the left. Watch what happens to the left. The stucco gets thicker. The stucco is the pink. The stucco is the pink. Watch what happens. The stucco gets thicker. See that? But I want 1 inch of stucco, so I got to make the casing 2 inches. And what the casing is doing, and it's going to be stucco casing, it's, how you think about it now. I can't explain it. But that is what I want. Thank you, Glenn Woodward. Thank you, Perry Hanstead. You guys are the best. Together we can rule the world. Good stuff, guys. Good stuff. That's the look I want to see right there. H vector. H vector. There's my vector view. It looks pretty good. I got the stucco return. I'm done. Thanks, guys. Thanks.